show. It was an exciting weekend last weekend, even though when this airs, it's going to be like, Thursday or something, but whatever. We had the conference championships and the much-anticipated debut of the NHL season. How'd you spend your weekend? All Pens all the time? Or did you make time for football? Or did you do, real stuff, like spend time with loved ones?
It was a great weekend. I was all Pens all the time, all hockey all the time, no rooms for this loved ones noise. Yeah, I was so psyched for the hockey season, man. I was all weekend I had the countdown going.
Yeah.
I would just grab Jenna and shake her and say, "Hockey tomorrow!" So I watched the Penguins and Flyers Saturday. It was at 3. Well, they said it was at 3, but then it was at 3:35, which I hate when they do that shit.
I just assume that now all the time. I'd rather miss 5 minutes than see 45 minutes of pregame.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand why they can't just put the time. People will watch the pregame if they want, you know?
They're trying to trick everybody else.
Yeah, trick you into watching it and then don't turn away. They didn't even have good pregame either. It was just the dude from WPXI.
that fat dude, the gray hair?
Yeah, just interviewing people that are totally inconsequential. But, so, I tuned in at 3. Started at 3:35. I was so excited, all the way leading up to the game, and, it started, and I was just, yelling weird shit. I'd, pick an animal and then put an obscenity after it, you weasel fuck! It's elephant shit! So, I don't know what was wrong with me. Then, halfway through the first period, the excitement started to wear off into me being nervous that maybe we were going to suck this year or something.
Yeah.
And then it all set in, all the things that you would normally think of leading into a regular season were just, put on the back burner until halfway through the first period. But, I mean, it was awesome. The center ice package is free, which shows, all the games from, it broadcasts all the games.
Right.
From all the different cities and all that stuff. So, I've been just trying to watch it nonstop. Jenna she doesn't like it very much, but she lets it.
It's only free for a week.
Yeah, she's let it slide so far. So, we did that Saturday. Watched Moonrise Kingdom, which I was kind of disappointed in. Just throw that review in. And Idiot Abroad started. If no one's seen that, I suggest you check that out. Beautiful show. Then we had another game on Sunday, and I just love it because something to look forward to all the time. We have a game on Wednesday. It's the first time I've said I can't wait for Wednesday in forever. You know, no one ever says that. I saw some of the Atlanta-San Francisco game. It was in the background. I was at one of my little cousin's birthday parties, and it was on. I don't know. I pretty much tried to avoid football in general. So, but what are you gonna do? What'd you do?
Yeah, I didn't see the hockey opener. Well, I saw the end of it at the bar. I told Dan I was in Philadelphia for a show, and he said I better have my jersey on, but I didn't want to get stabbed, so I didn't. I wasn't wearing. I was wearing my civvies. I caught the end of it at the bar though, waiting for a show.
Not bad. The game wasn't bad. In enemy territory. What showed you? I didn't know you went for a show. What'd you do?
Yeah, I went to go see Matt Pryor and James Dewey's play. It was kind of cool. They played just acoustic and piano versions of songs, all their songs. Matt and James are from the Get Up Kids, I guess I should mention, along with other things like the New Amsterdams or Reggie and the Full Effect. No one cares, but I was excited, and I was really excited, so it was kind of disappointing.
Disappointing? Kind of surprised to hear you say that. That's your shit, man.
Yeah, I know.
You told me the Get Up Kids and the New Amsterdams were 2 of your top 3 favorite albums ever. So you should have been in your fucking wheelhouse.
Well, I was. When they played the Get Up Kids songs, it was so cool, seeing those emo songs stripped down, or how they changed the arrangements for just those 2 instruments.
Did they play together?
Yeah, it was just, they were up there together.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was cool.
So they played on each other's songs.
Yeah, so it was he just played the keyboard, piano. It wasn't like weird keyboards. It was like a piano and an acoustic guitar. But I guess Philly's a Reggie town. Everybody kept yelling for more Reggie songs. And Reggie's cool, but, like, not too much of them. You know, I wanted to hear those old songs. And I think Matt wanted to play them, but I guess Philly loves Reggie. I sort of got the feeling that, like, he used to do coke with them and do crazy shit, so they think that he's, like, their best friend or something. But it wasn't that type of show, so...
It's weird that someone would pick, like, Reggie over the Get Up Kids. Like... I get whatever. If you want to be, remember we nicknamed Weed Reggie, like as a code name. Never mind. But I guess I'm surprised like that the good songs didn't outweigh the bad. Sometimes is when I'm there, I'm kind of like, that was all right, and then later I think back on it and say that was awesome. But I guess Philly's probably pretty far from Virginia to go.
Well, it was like 4 hours. And it's straight, you know, so it wasn't that big a deal.
I mean, I like the Reggie. I used to like him a lot, and I don't know. Now I kind of cringe when I listen to it. Like, every once in a while I'll try to pop a song on, like, a mix or something.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that song was awesome. And then I end up just skipping it because, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of it was supposed to be funny.
Yeah, well, the old songs, like the original ones, and I guess I can see where maybe, like, the lyrics aren't sophisticated or even substantial, but I think that's why I like them. Like, they're real simple, and, like, the old songs, they're real simple, but when he started to get, like, bigger and got more complex and was playing all kinds of weird keyboards and screaming weird stuff, I wasn't into that anymore. That's when I gave up.
Yeah, I mean, it was like an 8th grader wrote poetry, which is, I mean, it has its place, you know, but I don't know. But the thing is, if it's those two, they're both in the Get Up Kids. The Get Up Kids was probably one of the most influential bands to the music movement that we listen to.
Yeah,
so I'm surprised that number one, people want to hear 8th grade poetry over the Get Up Kids. And number two, that they let them dictate it. Usually...
Well, I think that's what Matt wanted to do. Like, he was trying to talk about, like, the scene, you know, and how, like, now that they're older, I think they're kind of don't like the way things went, you know?
Yeah, where it's at.
Not for them personally, but for, like, this thing that they were a part of when they were kids and helped build up, you know? It's just like, now it's like supposed to be in arenas and stuff, and it's just, it doesn't have the same energy or the same ethic or drive, I guess. And I think he was kind of lamenting on that.
And everyone's just like, play Reggie!
Yeah, they're like, Reggie. But there were some good songs.
What they play anything of note?
Burned Bridges was awesome. That's a cover from Eudora. I guess it's a cover of James's old band, which I didn't know, so I lost a little emo cred there. But Up on the Roof was good. Red Letter Day.
Love Red Letter Day. That is one of my favorite Get Up Kids songs.
Yeah. I wanted to hear stuff like Forgive and Forget, Newfound Interest, Ann Arbor, like real emo stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's the heart of it, where...
Yeah, I didn't want to hear, like, New Amsterdam's new stuff about, like, divorce and shit.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool just because, like, it'd be cool to hear some of those songs, just to hear them. Plus, it'd be cool to hear them, like broken down to just him, you know, in the piano. I think that'd be real cool. Like, I understand it, but I hate, like, when bands, I guess hate's a strong word, but I hate when bands feel it's, like, necessary to always play the new shit that they have. Like, because they feel it's better than their old stuff, especially when the old stuff was kind of like their bread and butter. Like, I hate that, I don't want to rag on Matt Pryor, but, like, he was in his heyday in the early 2000s, late 1990s. So, like, yeah, some of his stuff might be good, but go to your bread and butter and then throw a couple of them in along the way, and then maybe I'll check that CD out. Yeah, like, if I liked it. Like, play your best ones. I don't know.
Well, there was one funny thing, though, from the show. Nikki pointed out to me that every dude there that was my age, which was most of them, had the same outfit on. You know, flannel shirt, dark jeans, plastic frame glasses, and a beard. She said I had more hair than most of them, though, so that was good.
Yeah, you're not bald.
Not yet. I told her I bet Pryor has the exact same outfit on, but the emo uniform. And he did, but he didn't have the glasses on. But so you were just hating on Pryor. You don't like him? Or
I don't. You kind of threw me off with that outfit comment.
Sorry.
Beards are cool, I guess. I can't grow one, so I don't. I'll just leave that. I like Matt Pryor. I was a big fan of that second New Amsterdam's album. I actually went back and listened to it today when you mentioned, and I still like it. He's got rid of the harmonica. I wish people used the harmonica more. And that was, in my opinion, that was kind of the peak for him. The third album I had in college, and it was pretty good, but I really didn't go much further. I saw him live alone with Kevin Devine in Boston in '08. And he was good. I mean, I've seen Kevin Devine like 10 times, but then it was like Matt Pryor too. And I was like, well, fuck it, that's another reason to go. And that was cool because I guess he's from Boston, or he lived in Boston for a long time.
I think he lived there for a little bit.
And he had all kinds of stories about where he wrote this and where it was about meeting this girl or blah, blah,
cool.
blah. So, like, he's like, up the street where I wrote this, about down the street, blah, blah. And then, like, I actually knew the places he was talking about, which is really cool. But I went alone, so I don't know if that takes away from it or not. Have you ever been to a concert alone?
Concert alone?
Or movies alone? Do you do anything alone like that?
Not, like, really. I went to see Cloud Atlas alone in October. I was just bored, and I knew Nikki would never want to go. And it was okay. You know, it's nice because I hate trying to organize things with other people.
Yeah.
Even like, with my wife, you know. I'm like, okay, if we leave at this time, we'll get there, and there shouldn't be any traffic. But if there is, we'll just get off at this exit, and parkings will be a bitch. But are you still doing your makeup? I mean, it's going to be dark in there. Like, so I was by myself. I just got in the car, typed something into my phone, and was like, what's playing where, when? And that was nice.
It is, like, it's kind of a daunting thing, you know? Like, even, like, eating alone, a lot of people, when I moved to Boston, I didn't really know anyone, so I had to kind of get over it because I couldn't just wait for someone to be ready to do something. Uh-huh. So, like, I went and ate breakfast a lot alone, just went up to the diner, got a newspaper and ate breakfast, or I've been to the movies. I went to the movies, but just, like, once, but it's so much, it's different watching it alone. I don't know. I went to a couple concerts. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I went to one concert alone. I went to see Dr. Manhattan at the Garfield Artworks. And concerts aren't as cool alone. You know, there's no one to get, like, excited with on the way there or to bitch about with after. But she came to this one, so.
Well, at least she had some company. I don't know where we're going. I don't know.
I don't know where we're at.
I like Matt Pryor, but I feel like he's done just as much stuff that I don't like that I do like.
I understand that, but I think it's hard to hold artists. I mean, everybody grows and changes, and if you don't grow the same way, then you don't grow the same way. You know, I'm sure there's lots of people that love those songs, like older people who love those songs about, like, they're like breakup songs for adults.
Like the new stuff.
Yeah, like songs about like divorce and kids and you know, like those are like breakup songs for 30-year-olds instead of 17-year-olds.
Yeah, I guess if you can. And I wonder, I think maybe what you'd have to catch him now, and maybe you would like what he does now and didn't like what he did when he was younger, you know?
Yeah,
like,
it's just in a different part in his career, but his voice is still the same, and that's why I love him, man. He's my favorite. My favorite voice to me is like, that's what rock music should be. It's smooth, but he has those like gravelly screams. And I guess I wouldn't even call them screams. It's not like Thursday or anything. He just raises his voice to more of a shout. It's like more powerful than a scream. I mean, it's hard to explain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And he has like that kind of like rasp to his voice,
raspy,
but like it never goes out of tune, and he hits it. And it's just like
he's like shouting.
He gets loud.
Yeah, it's like.
But he always hits it. I mean, I understand. I mean, I think he had a great voice for the band, and I think that was one of the things that made that band what they were.
It matched the music, like the energy level.
And you could feel what he was saying, like the emotion in it, like if he was mad or if he was lonely, no matter what. It's like you could feel it within it. And the music went a long way to that as well. I mean, it's the whole composition. But I feel like when he let it go, you're like, I want to sing along, you know?
Yeah, you want to feel that. Do you have a favorite Get Up Kids album?
I always like Something to Write Home About. I think that was the first one I got. And every song on that album is good. From beginning to end. It's like it's like their masterpiece, I would say. But then, like, I had that and I had Red Letter Day EP on the same CD. It probably was you, that burned it for me. And it was all on the same CD. So I basically always thought of that as, like, the whole thing. But yeah, I could still listen to that now on a regular basis and like it, and that's saying a lot for me. I always liked the other singer. Like, I never knew that they had two singers because they kind of sound the same.
Yeah.
But I always like the songs that other dudes sing.
Yeah, that's funny you say that. At the show, I mean, I like that dude too. I like all those songs. But the other night, people were yelling for like 10 minutes. The song 10 minutes, and Matt made this face like, are you guys serious? And James was like, there's a dude with glasses that's not here for us to play that song.
Yeah, it's like this dude wrote all these songs, he gets no credit at all.
And then later people kept yelling for other songs by him, like Campfire Kansas and Woodson, and it was annoying to me, but I guess that's my emo cred coming back, knowing who sings which songs. And there was a bunch of stupid, fat, drunk Philly chicks behind me yelling retarded shit.
Drunk girls at the Get Up Kid show.
Yeah. Swear to God, he was telling those Philly stories about like AC LaRock and shit. So that was kind of funny.
Is he from there or something, or he just hung out there?
No, I think he might have stayed there for a little bit, or I don't even know. That's crazy. Got some
killer audio and moved on.
Yeah. So I guess that's how I spent my Saturday. I spent Sunday passed out because I thought I had a cold and took some medicine and slept like all day. I slept through the first football game, half of the second, and then I muddled, woke up, saw what was going on, and then I turned on hockey when Tom Brady did that thing where he sits on the football field like someone stole his lunch money. You know what I mean?
It happens every
that's when
year
you know
now.
it's over.
Yeah.
He's sitting there crying to himself. But I wanted, am I a bad fan because I wanted to catch the championship games more than early season hockey, even though they're all early this year?
Yep.
I was scared of that.
No, I don't know. I at this point of the year, like I said, I was doing anything to avoid football, and I feel like I don't ever want to watch football again at this point in time. It was like, it fucking sickens me. I don't want to look at it. But I'm sure that'll change. I mean, I think it just shows that you're not that big of a hockey fan, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with liking football more than hockey. I mean, they've been locked out for the past 3 months or whatever. So it's been building up, and to choose the Patriot-Raven game over hockey probably just shows that you like football more than hockey, and that would just put you in line with 90% of the American public. So it's not like some big thing. I mean, I would think that you'd probably watch the Penguins game over the Patriot-Raven regular season game. I mean, it wasn't just a football game either. It was the AFC Championship, so...
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I am a Pens fan, and I was going to switch it over, but I was in the middle of a thing and all drunk on cold medicine. But I am excited to get into the season. I bet if I was in Pittsburgh, it'd be different too. That environment, with everybody excited, chomping at the bit. I love the city during hockey season, especially during the stretch run in the playoffs, and that's all anybody talks about.
Yeah, dude, people are going crazy here. You see, it got a 19 rating.
Yeah. I did see that. That's more people than watch anything.
It's fucking crazy. Everyone was just ready to watch. I think it also helps that our owner and stuff was trying to get the lockout solved. They
weren't the enemy.
Right. So I think they had goodwill built up, and no one's really mad at the Penguins for locking out the season.
Well, how'd they look? judging from the scores, I say they look good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll always find something to bitch about. You know me. I'm sure most people that listen to this can attest to that. They looked a little rusty in the Flyers game. They came out flying, but then like there were stretches through the middle of it where I felt like they couldn't hit a pass. Like, and if you miss the passes, it's going to the other team, and then I started to get pissed. And I like pointed it out to myself, and then all of a sudden, every time we missed a pass,
there it is again. There it is again.
Yeah, I was yelling, "Beaver cunt." So I don't know. Then they got tired. They've been getting tired. I mean, it's to be expected. Kind of getting tired at the end of the game. Overall, they looked really good offensively. And they look really... Paul Martin's fucking playing well. How about that? Yeah, he looked good both games. We scored 9 goals offensively, and Crosby and Malkin haven't scored yet. So that's saying something. Neal's on fire. Malkin has an assist on all of Neal's... The primary assist on all of Neal's goals. So...
That's good. That's good.
I mean, he's killing it. I wouldn't be surprised if Neal had a better year this year than last year. Obviously, all the numbers will be messed up because it's half the games.
Right, but you know if you have a good year or not. You know. Well, how'd Fleury look? Should we trade him?
Trade him. Fleury looked great in the first game. Honed in, focused. I really don't have anything bad to say about him. Surprisingly, I guess if I had to pick one thing is he makes me nervous when he's like behind the net stick handling and like trying to shoot it up the wall. But
yeah.
He didn't have any major bumbles or anything like that.
Well, that's good. I mean, we can nitpick a little bit, you know. Otherwise, I'd be confused if we weren't nitpicking Fleury.
Right. Well, and then so he only played the first game. Vo Kuhn played the second game. Who, as a side note, I will be referring to as Cooner the rest of the year.
Okay.
Vo Cooner.
Check.
Well, he looked good too. And, I mean, I think it's going to be huge to have that goalie, the second goalie, because we're going to be playing a lot of games in not as many days. And if we can switch them off and feel confident about playing the backup goalie, and if something happens, like in the playoffs last year, if Fleury wasn't playing well, we know that. But it was like we didn't have any other choice than to just leave him in and hope he turned it around. Now, at least we have another choice if worse comes to worse. So
right, good. So Fleury gets to stay. He's not on the bus out of town with Todd Haley yet.
No, he can stay for a bit. I mean, people get on Fleury because they love him. And we've seen Fleury play at a championship level. I mean, we went to the Stanley Cup 2 years in a row, which seems like forever ago now. But we've seen him play at that level. So when he shits the bed like he did, which he did it in the Flyer series, there's no getting around it. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can't talk me out of him sucking in that Flyer series. People get on him and criticize him. I think it's funny how people always like take criticism as, well, if we're criticizing him, we might as well trade him. Well, no, that's not how it works.
Like to the extreme.
Yeah, like, so just because someone criticizes him doesn't mean we want to trade him. We understand he's good. That's why we're criticizing him. If it's Tangrady, we know he fucking sucks balls, and we'll say trade him. And we're not even trying to say, like, score a goal. We're saying keep up, you fuck.
Right. No, I agree. I understand what you're saying about criticizing, like, out of respect, I guess. I think just the passion sort of takes it over the top, and it sounds worse than it really is. You know, there's nobody saying, yeah, get out of town. Everyone was just pointing out the obvious. But it's in the past, you know, let's forget it.
Yep.
Tell me what we should be excited about this year, or what I should be looking forward to.
Dude, it's an exciting time in Pittsburgh Penguin hockey. This is the first time in 2 years that Malkin and Crosby have both been healthy, and the fucking possibilities are endless, dude. We had the same problem with Lemieux being hurt a lot over those years when he was in his prime, and we had Lemieux and Yager, and then they came back, and they had that 1 year in like 95, 96, where they just fucking tore up the league. And we still haven't seen that from Crosby and Malkin, and it's due to come. And, I mean, if they both stay healthy, our team is on another level than everybody else. Like,
Yeah.
we should be sweet. We should go 48-0.
So, all right, well, now you're making me feel it. I'm
No,
feeling
yeah.
the excitement now.
Like, I know we're spoiled in Pittsburgh because we've always had the stars and shit here, regardless of the sport. We've had great luck as a sports town, but like every once in a while, where you're watching this, you always have to take a step back and look at you're watching two of the best hockey players in the world play on the same team for the team that you like, and it's just like, fuck, dude, they're so good. But what comes with those expectations is then the heartbreak if it doesn't happen, but it hasn't happened yet. So
Right,
I'm sky high. I told Jenna, if we go 48-0, I'll buy her a puppy.
48-0.
Yeah. So
So it sounds like you're rooting for a loss. So
nope, she's picking out names as we speak.
Picking out names. What are you gonna name it? Flower.
Yeah.
You should have a poll.
Yeah.
And then just name it.
And fucking
Dog.
ignore it.
Just call it dog.
Dog. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's stick with sports. Sort of an awkward transition to the Super Bowl. I know you're out on it. You just said you were out on it. But I just think it really is the sour taste of the Steelers season in your mouth. And the fact that hockey is back to sort of just wipe everything clean for you. But you know you're going to watch the Super Bowl, right? You don't want to see... Don't you want to see which Harbaugh wins or if Ray can pull it off? God, I hate Ray Lewis so bad.
Dude, I don't know if I'm going to watch the Super Bowl or not. I'll probably watch it, but this is like the worst case scenario. I hate the Ravens so much. And then I don't want San Francisco to win the 6th Super Bowl because that matters for no fucking reason. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I care, but it's just a reason not to like them, I guess. The Harbaughs are the most annoying fucking people on TV right now. I swear to God, like, worse than the Kardashians. They are so fucking... They're crybabies, you know? They're jumping around like little 5-year-olds on the sideline when something doesn't go their way. It's fucking embarrassing. I don't know. Why don't you like Ray? You hate Ray Lewis.
I hate Ray Lewis. Here's the thing about Ray. You know how they say the company you keep says a lot about you, right?
Yeah.
Like the people you associate with, their actions, all their shit reflects on you. And Ray's been hanging out with God, I guess.
It's his boy.
Yeah, they're boys. But instead of God making Ray look good, Ray's making God look kind of unappealing to me. Like, if God's on Ray's side, then what am I doing here? Like, what am I thinking? I need to re-examine this whole thing, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know how I feel about God. But so you don't think that reform is possible for a great soul like Ray Lewis?
I think thou dost protest too much.
You see what Welker's wife said?
Yeah, I saw that. That was kind of funny, I guess. But it was funny, but it sort of sounded like sour grapes, you know? Like, I don't hate him because he's better than my favorite player or that his team beat my team or whatever. I hate him because of, like, the smugness he has. And it's weird that his smugness comes from acting overly humble, I feel. But, I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know anything about it.
I mean, I feel... So he's like... What did Welker's wife said? He has like, what do you have? 4 wives, 6 kids, and then he like he got charged with obstruction of justice and all this. Like, there's a big list of shit that makes him not a good person, you know.
But he's a leader of men,
right? Well, it's incredible what a sympathetic media can do to your image. Like, ESPN treats him like he's this righteous person that's never done anything wrong in his life. So
he signed with them. He's going to be in the booth next year.
And that's what it's like.
Conflict of interest. They can't really report on him now, right? Because he's like an employee.
Well, that's what I don't know. He's not technically an employee yet, probably, but it's like
no, but they don't want to be like, look at this dick.
Right, but that's like one of the reasons I hate football now, because like football has become so wrapped up in ESPN, and maybe it's because it's probably a little bit like you said because the Steelers suck and we've been out forever. But like ESPN is turned into TMZ. It's fucking ridiculous. I can't fucking deal with it. It's like gossip stories all the time. Like whether it's Tebow or fucking Te'o or whatever that dude's name is or Ray Lewis. It's a fucking joke. They play up all these angles that really have nothing to do with the football game at all. and like all their experts talk down to you, and it's like, listen, it's fucking football. It's not quantum mechanics. I know what a fucking zone coverage is, Dilfer. It's not that fucking difficult. Like it's one thing to talk to someone like in layman's term, but then he like goes in, like opens the book, like you might not understand this, but I'll try my best. Like it's some kind of fucking burden on him that he has to explain it to me.
Relaying this knowledge that you have from
Yeah.
the football gods.
You fucking cunt. What an asshole. Trent Dilfer's the worst.
Yeah,
he
really
fucking sucked at football. Like
he was.
now he's playing. It's just it pisses me off.
Yeah, I don't watch. I try to avoid it. I really only watch SportsCenter like late at night if I'm trying to fall asleep. It just really is incredible how different it is than when I was a kid. And I really hate saying shit like that, by the way, when I was a kid, you know?
Yeah.
But SportsCenter and Baseball Tonight were my two favorite TV shows, you know, like ahead of Batman.
That's saying a lot for you. I mean,
that's what I mean, you know?
I used to swear by it too, like, especially for going to bed. And this, like a lot of other things, maybe you're right. But I kind of feel like this is like, I don't know if I've changed or that SportsCenter has changed or ESPN has changed, but I tend to think it was me that changed, but maybe it wasn't, because like all of their programming is now to just get a rise out of someone. Like they say shit just so people talk about it. Like
SportsCenter used to be half an hour long, all highlights.
Right.
Like you're saying, yeah.
That's not news. Like that dude that said Griffin wasn't black enough or whatever. Like, what? They just, or Skip Bayless. They put him on there to say fucking wild shit so people talk about it, and then everyone will call up, like, radio shows and talk about ESPN, and it's like fucking advertising. It's fucking pathetic. Today, or I guess, yeah, I was listening to the radio today. Like, I listened to that Boston radio station in the morning, and I guess they said that Tom Brady's not good anymore. He doesn't fit a quarterback or whatever.
He's not good anymore?
Yeah, so these people are calling up like, did you hear what ESPN said? And they're like, what are you talking about? It's like they're acting like, who's elite? What the fuck?
Yeah, who cares?
Joe Flacco is not elite. I don't care. I mean, we can get in that when we talk to the fuck about whatever, but they like bring this stuff up. Oh, the running quarterbacks are the next thing. Tom Brady won't be able to win anymore. What the fuck are you talking about? You're just saying that so other people will start talking about it, and I don't know. And then everyone tunes in because they want to see what PTI has to say about what Around the Horn said, you know? So, like, they make these controversies themselves and then talk about them, and it somehow passes for news, like sports news, when it's really just a dude version of TMZ. And
then if Steve Levy's lucky, he gets to talk to Perry Melrose for 30 seconds at the end of the Midnight SportsCenter.
Right, and that's another reason why. That was one of the reasons that got me off of SportsCenter in the first place, that they don't care about hockey because they have no broadcasting rights, or it has no way, it can't affect them anyway, so they just don't cover it. They will put women's basketball ahead of hockey just because.
Right, and I don't begrudge them for like the programming. If they think that hockey isn't going to be profitable for them, they don't have to put it on. But to go on there and have like segments, like you're talking about, segments talking about how great women's basketball is, or like hyping it up, you know, like now you're just insulting me, my intelligence, like that these girls. Like, not saying that women aren't great athletes or anything, but like, these college girls are doing these amazing things when these, like, grown men are doing crazy shit that isn't worth talking about. You know what I mean?
It's fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. It's just like, it's E. And it drives me fucking out of my mind. Well, especially when, like, football, when they actually... I won't be surprised if they have, like, all reality TV shows and shit in 10 years, and it's, like, MTV. Because it's just, it keeps on deteriorating more and more and more into what I despise.
So you're off on it.
I fucking hate ESPN.
That's okay. Lots of people do. I don't know how they get all this money or who watches it, but
because they pull people in by talking about this dude's fucking fake girlfriend. What?
Yeah, I like how they hijacked that story from Deadspin.
Yeah, they hijack it, and they're the ones that fucked it up.
Right. That was funny when they had Wojciechowski on there, and they're like, "So how come you didn't know about it?" And he's like, "I don't know. Nobody knew about it." You know? Like, I looked at it. It was weird, but they were letting me. He was letting me talk to him, and
I'm sure they were pushing it. I'm sure they were like, talk about this, talk about these deaths. Let's fucking exploit that shit. What can we exploit? People like Tebow, he's on the bench. Let's exploit that shit. Rex Ryan has a fucking tattoo on him. Let's exploit that. And that's what people want to hear. That's not what I want to hear, you cock.
All right, let's calm down.
All right, we better move the fuck on.
Did anything else happen or stand out for championship week? Yeah, I know you said you didn't really watch it, but
I don't know. I didn't really watch. I'm not surprised Matt Ryan choked on the dick because they always choke.
Yeah,
they're lucky they made it through that Seattle game. You know.
I know they should have lost that then.
I'm surprised Baltimore won because I don't know. We Leftwich should have beat them. Batch did beat them. And, they're not that much different.
Tom Brady can't.
Yeah, I mean,
Peyton Manning and Tom Brady can't.
Their quarterback is Joe fucking Flacco. I don't care what anyone says. He's not elite. Now they have these people on the radio saying he's elite now. Well, fuck you. He's not elite.
He's elite. This is why he's elite. Because that dumbass on Denver.
Can you believe that?
This is why he's elite. First, because no Sean Moreno got hurt. John Fox decided to kneel with Peyton Manning at the end of the game, and the dumbass safety let somebody get behind him.
How did that happen? That would never happen to the Steelers. Never. We would never get that lucky that we just get the ball. And then if you watch that Seattle-Atlanta game, they did the same thing. Seattle scored with 30 seconds left. Atlanta got the ball back with 30 seconds and 2 timeouts. The exact same thing. And they went down and got a field goal in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But Peyton Manning has the fucking ball with 30 seconds left and 2 timeouts, and you kneel it. They deserve to lose, but it was what a joke.
And then, was it Aqib Talib goes down with a hamstring, and as soon as he went down, it was over. Flacco picked those dudes apart. New England's defense is, I don't know. But
they've always been terrible.
Yeah, but that dude was making plays. I watched.
Oh yeah, that dude's pretty good.
That dude was making plays, and then all of a sudden he goes limping off. You're like, uh-oh. And then Flacco was just tossing it all over.
Yeah, but he had 20 yards passing in that one game we played. I mean, I guess our defense is all right.
Our defense is good.
Yeah, well, it's fuck. So now we have Joe fucking Flacco in the Super Bowl, and I hate Kaepernick.
You hate Kaepernick?
I fucking hate him, too. He has the stupidest fucking face. I just want to punch him in the fucking face. That huge ass. He always... I don't know how it's not like... It's just like the defense isn't ready for him or something when shit happens. Because, it's not planned. And then all of a sudden he just, gets away and runs for 10 yards. And then whatever. And then he comes off smiling like he's some fucking badass. You can't see his upper lip because his big-ass gonzo nose hangs down over it. Oh, my God. Fuck. It's just one of those people that is, just annoys the shit out of me for some reason. I don't know. And I don't think he's that good. I mean,
I liked watching him run all over Green Bay, and I want to see what he does against Baltimore. I mean, I'm rooting for San Francisco.
If Brady would have won, I would have been okay, he's someone that deserves to win. I really don't feel like Kaepernick or Flacco deserve to quarterback their team to a Super Bowl. This will be the first time in forever that there's not a good quarterback in the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't even want to watch that trash. And then they're going to build the fucking shit out of it. Thank God I don't watch ESPN because that would be fucking torture. These 2 weeks of them fucking harping on the same shit. And they don't even talk about the fucking game. They'll talk about Kaepernick's grandma and Joe Flacco's cancer-ridden nephew or something.
Yeah.
Neither of that's true. I don't know if his nephew has kids.
Whatever.
But they'll find something to fucking harp on about it. I don't know. It's fucking...
All right. Should we make our picks now, or is it too early?
No, just fucking do it. I don't want to talk about this again.
All right.
Who do
you got?
I'll take San Francisco by over 2 touchdowns. They're gonna kill them.
I'll take San Francisco by 3.
San Francisco is gonna kill them.
I don't know.
They actually have a defense.
So does Baltimore.
Well, Baltimore's offense is the problem.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see. But, well, both of us think, fuck. Sports heavy, huh?
Yeah, I know.
That's all right. Maybe we should get back to our bread and butter. You're yelling at Matt Pryor.
All right, what else?
I don't know, man. What's going on? How's work?
Work's okay.
Yeah, you said you were caught up, huh?
Yeah, today it was weird. I had that weird feeling where I didn't know if I was just doing a good job or if I was doing something totally wrong. You know?
Yeah.
You have that weird feeling where you're waiting around for something to do instead of racing and just running, no minute to breathe. Not sure if you're allowed. You know, like. Should I be nervous right now? Did I mess something up?
What happened here? I mean, I have that too. This new job, I really don't get much work at all. But the old job, the new job I get work, but the old jobs they don't give us a budget in this new one. The old one they give me like this job and they say this is how long it should take. You know?
Yeah.
So like, don't go over this amount of hours. So I have a budget to do a job. And, like, I would always finish these jobs way before the budget's up and then be able to charge, like, 3 days, 4 days of doing nothing because I was already done. And I don't know. I think who knows? I could be way off. But I think that because I worked with younger people and older people, and I felt like all the younger people were able to get all their shit done a lot quicker. The same amount of shit as the old people did quicker. But we still get the same amount of time, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I guess. I mean, we got the tools, we got the talent.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you could give someone something now, like a 60-year-old dude that's going to retire in the next 5 years, and it takes him forever to do it because, like, he goes through all these weird channels, like calling people on the phone and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if, like, I run into a problem, I stare at it for a half hour. Go on the internet, maybe, putz around, then maybe I'll look up a YouTube video, and then maybe find something, maybe not, maybe I'll leave it for tomorrow.
Yeah.
When they just
but you eventually figure it out.
Yeah, and then they'll, like, call like, vendors and all this shit, but I don't know. I feel it's kind of weird how we're different like that.
Like how?
Well, I feel like old people can waste time without using the internet. Like, they spent their whole life wasting time without the internet. Now, if I don't, like, I need the internet to waste time, and it's going to be my downfall. Because people can tell when you're on the internet. If I could waste time without being on the internet, I wouldn't get fired.
Yeah, that's what I always used to do. Like, I'm pretending to look something up seriously. You know?
Well, yeah, but what do? I mean, I don't know what to do. I guess they get up and talk about mindless bullshit. That's the thing.
Go to somebody's office or somebody's room, see what's up.
Do you ever run into these people that have, like, no social skills and don't understand when I'm, like, trying to end the conversation? You ever have this?
Yeah.
So I'll be like, oh, all right, you know, I put that inflection in my voice.
Uh-huh.
Like, that should signal that this is the end of the conversation. And they'll just keep standing there, and even if I'm not talking, and wait for me to say something else and continue on.
And then you just walk away.
No, but this used to happen to me all the time, and I'd be sitting there, and they come to my desk, talk to me, and then, like, I tried to, like, end the conversation. I'll, like, even, like, spin my chair around, you know.
Start
like,
papers,
ruffling papers, like,
things.
Yeah, tapping it on the desk, and they'll just keep talking, and then I finally I was like, calls my bluff on him. Yeah. He's like, you ain't doing shit, dude.
It's like, yeah, well, I got all my paper clips organized. What were you talking about?
Yeah, you ain't doing shit. Put them papers down and keep listening to me talk about my fucking daughter or some bullshit.
Yeah. My kid, she's having trouble with her college application.
Yeah, this one dude always talked to me about how his daughter was going to college. Well, good for her. Oh, she takes these SATs. She takes it seriously.
I'm like, dude, I just got out of it.
Yeah.
I know, I understand.
She wants an iPod. Well, buy her an iPod. Well, we have an old one, but it costs $100 to get fixed or $300 for the new one. Well, get it fixed. I think I'm just going to get a new one. All right, get her a new one. You know, it's just like, I don't know what the fuck to say. Yeah, those are real conversations.
That's funny. So what do you do at work? Do you just avoid everybody?
Well, yeah. Well, I had
just... you can.
Well, the new job, I don't really talk to many people, but there's not that many people. There's only like 15 people in the office, so every once in a while, I get up like once an hour to ask someone a question, no matter if I have a question or not. And then that's about it. My old job, I used to just wait for people to come talk to me. And every once in a while, I'd get up, but kind of set the precedent. You come talk to me, I'm not going to talk to you.
Yeah, that's cool. My old job, I used to, what I used to do, I used to go down to the gym. You know? The
gymnasium.
Yeah, see what the hell's going on down there.
Yeah, see what the kids are doing.
Yeah, maybe shoot some hoops, sit in the stands, watch them play dodgeball, beat each other up.
That's not a bad alternative, I'll tell you what.
It was good.
I just go, now, I'll just start going to the bathroom. I don't even have to go. Just go in there, sit for 5 minutes, get up and
go 3 times a day.
I have not, dude. You know what sucks is, at this new place, it's in like an office building, so there's more than one office on a floor, like different companies.
Yeah, you have to like share.
And we have to go outside of the office to go to the bathroom. And
you could like leave if somebody would think you were at the bathroom.
Yeah, maybe. But at the same time, like, I have to walk by this receptionist.
Is she cute?
No, some old fat Pittsburgh lady. You know I'm talking about a Pittsburgh lady.
Did she wear Steelers jerseys on Friday?
Oh yeah, short, cut, fat. You know, the whole 9 yards.
I've seen these people.
And I'd go out. So if I have to, dude, if you have diarrhea and you go to the bathroom, I guarantee she's like timing me, counting the number of times I go past her to go to the bathroom.
I think you might have told me this before, but it's still funny.
That's fucking. I don't like that she knows how many times I go to the bathroom and why.
She doesn't care what you're doing. She's busy.
I have it in my head that this bitch is timing me.
Your enemies. She's your enemy.
She's all right. She always. Well, it's also weird because I feel awkward and then I have to like start like a weird conversation like, oh, you didn't kill yourself yet.
It's snowing outside.
Yeah, it's cold out there today. It's Monday, huh?
It's been cold for 3 months.
I walk by every day. It's cold out there, huh?
She's like, this asshole.
Yeah.
This is the asshole that's always talking about the weather.
Yeah, I come off as the fucking bland dumbass.
Whatever.
Oh, well.
That might be accurate.
Yep. Is. Not might. Is.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Not shit to talk about. What about you?
Yep, good talk.
That wasn't bad. We'll be back next week. I don't know what we're going to do. If anybody has any ideas, let me know.
Yeah. Later, Tater.